So last year, I stood here and we showed you a video of this crazy game we're making called No Man's Sky. This year, I guess I really just wanted to show you how it plays.
They said I was crazy, that it couldn't happen, that I dream too freaking big. Well, dreams keep coming true for No Man's Sky fans because we are getting VR. It is confirmed, it is real, it is happening. Officially announced at the PlayStation State of Play event and then followed up by multiple tweets from Sean Murray himself. VR confirmed. Now let's dive into what we know. No Man's Sky Beyond will include complete, fully fledged, genuine VR capability, and that's for the entire freaking game. Not some sort of cut down VR side game or mini quest or just select missions, the entire game. The same game as non-VR players are going to be playing right there with you. You can be standing there in VR, waving your arms around with full motion control like an absolute crazy Gek, while staring right at another player in multiplayer who is in the same instance of the game as you, but not using VR. PSVR and Steam VR, and you better freaking believe that I'm going to be trying out both of them with my PSVR and the new HTC Vive Pro headset right here on the channel as soon as the Beyond update drops, and I cannot freaking wait. So console and PC VR both releasing at the same time with the Beyond update this summer. Full motion support, full game experience, crafted for VR. Not some tacked on VR port that they just added last minute. This is the full experience. Thank you, Sam Swain. This is what he's been working on since the Xbox port. Thank you, Hello Games. Thank you, Sean Murray. What a great freaking day. It even sounds like this thing's going to have joystick and thruster support, so maybe being able to use things like the HOTAS or the Thrustmaster. And of course, we now know that this is part 2 of the Beyond update. We know there are 3 parts in total, each one of those being a major game update. The first, of course, being No Man's Sky Online, which is going to drastically change the multiplayer. And now this, which adds VR. And of course, that still leaves one major update that hasn't even been revealed yet. And of course, as always, it's all 100% free. Not a penny. We're getting it for free. There is a bit of good news for collectors like me who can't get enough No Man's Sky merch. Please make more No Man's Sky merch. There's gonna be a full physical retail boxed version of No Man's Sky Beyond on the PS4 when it launches. So there'll be a new box with some new box art, including all of the updates that have come before now, as well as the big Beyond update. I'm definitely gonna be grabbing a couple of copies of those. I'll probably give a few away here on the channel. And of course, I've got to grab 1 or 2 for my little collection as well. There's going to be tailor-made mechanics and UI changes to make that VR experience feel incredible. And of course, we know from the trailer that there is now a first-person mode in vehicles, which is going to be incredible in VR. Can you imagine being deep under the ocean on some crazy exotic alien planet in full virtual reality and then seeing those little bioluminescent jellyfish or the freaking piranha monster? Is going to be so breathtaking, and I just cannot believe how happy this makes me. Here's what Hello Games had to say about the update. As creators of No Man's Sky, we're in love with everything sci-fi. Virtual reality feels like a science fiction become real, and has always seemed like a perfect fit for this futuristic game of ours. It's completely unique to land on a world that no one has ever seen before, and to really feel as if you're there. And the team has worked so hard to make this a true VR experience rather than a port. Grab the joystick and thruster to fly your starship over an unexplored alien planet as you peer out of the cockpit at the view below. Reach into your backpack to grab your multi-tool. Touch it to switch to terrain manipulation and carve out intricate shapes with unprecedented control. Play in multiplayer and casually wave to your non-VR friends or fist bump your PSVR peers. No Man's Sky virtual reality is not a separate mode, but the entire game brought to life in virtual reality. anything possible in No Man's Sky next or any other update is ready and waiting as an immersive and enriched VR experience. No Man's Sky virtual reality, like all parts of Beyond, will be free to existing players. This is the best day ever. Thank you, Hello Games, for continuing to make dreams come true. Now let's talk about a few other cool things. Day one, when this drops, it instantly becomes the biggest, most ambitious VR game ever. Without question, there is no arguing that. It also becomes the most owned VR game ever, with millions of No Man's Sky players already out there instantly being given this VR update for free the day it drops. So that in itself is pretty freaking incredible. And I'm guessing that this is definitely going to persuade at least a few people to go out and buy a PSVR headset or invest in VR on PC for the first time. It's just such a perfect game for this kind of experience. And it also has to be running pretty freaking phenomenally, at least on PlayStation, right? Because of the strict VR approval process that Sony runs for PSVR titles, things like needing 60 frames per second, my guess is that this update must have done some pretty freaking drastic optimization and performance tweaking, which is something I know a lot of people have been desperately wanting for a long time. We'll have to wait and see to be 100% sure, but I think that's a pretty sensible bet given that this is going to be running in full VR on freaking consoles. And of course, the first-person vehicle view also means that a lot of new work has gone into making awesome-looking interiors for the land vehicles. The rover, of course, being the one that we see in the trailer, and it looks freaking fantastic. The player is moving around in full motion with VR, moving their hands, moving their head, looking around the inside of the rover, peeking out and seeing the outside of the rover. It's all there. It all looks smooth and fluid. It's not some weird half VR jarring type effect. It looks smooth as heck. Of course, it is fair to assume that this VR mode is going to have some cutbacks compared to non-VR mode. Things like textures, lighting, all of that kind of stuff is probably going to be a little bit lower quality than what you would get not playing in VR mode, but I really don't think that's going to be an issue for anyone that enjoys VR even a little bit. The experience of finally being able to explore countless alien worlds full of life and wonder among the stars with a bunch of friends, it's just so amazing. And of course, the scale looks absolutely perfect from what we can see in this trailer. I could be wrong, but it even looks at one point like there is some absolutely ridiculously deep ravines and terrain way beyond the sort of scales that we see now, and maybe even a bit of new fog effect going on at the bottom of this ravine that we see on the yellowy orange planet. We only get a brief glimpse of that in the trailer. It's really hard to see for sure. There's a bit of CGI going on to make an actual person appear inside the exosuit, so I could be wrong there, but it looks cool, and either way, I am so unbelievably freaking hyped for this. No Man's Sky already changed gaming for me. PSVR more recently changed it for me again, and PC VR has already taken that up another couple of notches. I cannot tell you how happy this news has made me. Seeing all of this stuff yesterday when it was revealed, when it was announced, tweeting, seeing all of your tweets, seeing the reaction to it on all of the videos and trailers. I feel like a kid at Christmas, but instead of being given a toy, someone has just handed me the freaking universe. It's a good feeling, and of course, it's a good time to be a No Man's Sky fan, as always. And remember, this isn't it. There is another major update to be revealed as the final strand of the Beyond update that's coming in the summer. Not to mention all of the details and cool stuff that we haven't even been told about related to this update and the online update. We don't even know what that is. We just know that it's multiplayer related and there's a cool as heck looking teaser trailer that lasts for like 4 seconds. There is so much stuff we don't even know and can't even imagine just yet that's still to be revealed. And I am so excited. I hope that you're excited too. But for now, take care of yourselves. And Peace. Before we end the video, I did want to say a very, very big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. You guys are freaking amazing. Acac, Anakey, Dale from the Atlas Hub, David D, DeadDerezzer, Forgotten Stoner, Heath, Jeremy J, Johannes A, Jtecnique, Kyle Culver, Lukash M, Foraday, Madeline J, Malindog, Mark F, Marky D, Mbal23, Mingrui, Neil B, NTB, Ongrad, Autumn Long, Paul L, Rasmus K, Shirokumajelly, Wise Gek G, Technical Gaming 101, the Golden Gek, Todd C, Todd H, TyTheBlazer, and Vanella. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for continuing to support me and what I do.